individual. Is that okay? So we will talk about GIS data model, vector data, raster, and some other, and then we will now introduce to ArcGIS desktop, which include ArcMap, ArcCatalog, and ArcTool, ArcScene, and ArcGlobe. Okay. When we talk about ArcGIS, ArcGIS is a platform for organization to create, manage, share, and analyze spatial data. It consists of server, component, mobile, desktop, application, and the rest of them. And now they have what they call ArcGIS Online. They also have what they call cloud. So they are really incorporating a lot of things. But ArcGIS basically is a geospatial software for analyzing spatial data, and it is one of the oldest software when it comes to GIS. And I also want to say that they are doing something called Africa Geoportal. It is funded by Esri, which is the parent company of ArcGIS. So you can take a look at that too. It's mainly for Africa. It has a lot of data that you can play around with. So now let us look at QGIS. I'm talking about ArcGIS as one of the software now. It's not an open source, it's a commercial software that you have to pay. But in Nigeria, of course, most of you guys, you don't buy ArcGIS, so you have pirated version. So one of the software that we use also in GIS is called QGIS. QGIS, the full meaning is Quantum GIS. It's an open source software used for GIS and remote sensing applications. And it is produced by volunteers. It is a free and open source. When we say open source, that is you can get it without paying anything. It's a cross-platform desktop geographic information system application that supports viewing, editing, and analysis of geospatial data. This is the GIS QGIS team. It is made up of people that volunteer, and that's why if you are downloading QGIS, you will see a place for donation. That if you want to donate freely, most time I don't donate, and I have never done it, but I hope one day I will donate, even if it's like $1, just to appreciate the effort. And one thing with QGIS is that they tend to update it frequently because different people are putting up things into QGIS, and it is really vast. There are some applications that or some analysis that I enjoy doing in QGIS than the ArcGIS, although there are some also that are better done in ArcGIS. But the good thing is that it is a free and open source, and you can download it anytime and use without anybody saying you have to pay for it. This is the view of ArcGIS. It has QGIS. It has this almost the same arrangement with ArcGIS when it comes to data, how to import data, how to do query, how to check the attribute table. The only difference or major difference is that when you are doing map composition, for me, I prefer ArcGIS to QGIS, but someone may find it easier. So it all depends on individual. Then the next software, this one basically like the ArcGIS and QGIS, basically ArcGIS was meant for vector data, but now it has capability to also do raster analysis, which is like a satellite image and so on. But the main image processing software that I know of that is very versatile is called GIS imaging. It is one of the most robust software you can ever see. There are other ones anyway that are even more expensive, like eCognition, but to get that one is not really easy. But ArcGIS imaging, I believe that most of us will have access to it. This is the window or the platform that ArcGIS imaging look like. Initially, it was meant for image processing. But the good thing with most of these software is that they are building other capabilities into them. Like ArcGIS Imaging 2, it has capability for some GIS analysis, though it is not as robust as the ArcGIS, just like the ArcGIS. So when it comes to image analysis, it's not as robust as ArcGIS Imaging. So if your interest is remote sensing, more of remote sensing, then this software is good for you. It provides true value, consolidating remote sensing, photogrammetry, LiDAR analysis, basic vector analysis, and radar processing into a single product. And some of its capabilities are image analysis. It also supports GIS, as I said. It is also used for hyperspectral imagery. Hyperspectral imagery are images that are LiDAR, that are, we do call them in remote sensing active sensor. So hyperspectral, they are not like multispectral, they are more advanced. It is also used for multi-core and distributed processes. It can be used to perform terrain analysis and also mosaicing. Mosaicing simple means if you have satellite image that have a common area of overlap, you can join them. Like Landsat. Now, if you have downloaded Landsat, you may discover that there are times that a single scene will not cover your study area. So you need to have like 2 or more images. So you can join these images together as long as it has overlap. It has ability to convert more than 190 image format into all major file formats. Is it GeoTIFF, CAD, JPEG, ECW, and the rest of them. So it also has a web service. Like one good thing with ArcGIS Imaging, although all of them have, if you are doing your analysis, you can actually link your data to Google Earth image and open tool screen. As you're doing your analysis on your image, you'll be seeing where it is on the Earth surface. So you can incorporate a lot of things as you are doing your image analysis. You can easily do ground truthing to know the feature with, like Landsat is not as high resolution as Google Earth image. So you can really go into that place from ArcGIS imaging into Google Earth and view your study area in 3D or so. Then the next one is what we call test set. It used to be called Idris. I believe some of us have used it. We have Idris Selva, Idris Tiger, but they have changed the name. When it comes to geospatial monitoring and modeling, if your interest is environmental application like trend land, like land cover modeling, monitoring, simulation, there is no software that beats this one. I have used this one since 2011. It has a lot of application. If you want to do suitability analysis, multi-criteria, so it's combination of GIS and remote sensing, and it has the highest number of different classifiers. If you want to do like sub-classification and the rest of it. And one thing with this software is that it was really hard to learn it when I was doing my MSc then, because they don't have much tutorial on the YouTube. So I had to like learn it by myself. But thank God the guy that was supervising me has used Idris from the very best version. So this is how it look like. Sarah said what you can do with it. You can do GIS analysis, image processing, landscape modeling, as I say, is the best software. I'm still using it now. Habitat, biodiversity, is it ecosystem survey? Is it art trend modeling? You want to see how land cover has been changing over a year, like 10 years, it will show you the trend, what has changed to what, water to vegetation to build up, is it climate change adaptation? So this is quite good when it comes to land cover change modeling. So those that are interested in doing like land cover change, this is the software for you. Okay, then we go to another one which is called ArcGIS Software. some of you must have heard of it. It's more like a programming environment. It is both spatial and statistical software. It is free source also. You don't pay, you just download it, and it is very, very good. I have used it. R is a free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. It compiles and runs on a wide variety of Unix platform, Windows, and also Mac OS. So you can download, I think, yeah, you can download it from a software, from a website owned by a CRAN. These are some of the things that you can do with R. Is, as I said earlier, it's more like a programming environment where you code. You will put code and it will display the distant graph to you on the right-hand side or the down part, depending on how you structure. And you can also use it as a calculator. So those that are interested in doing a regression, box, a plot, a lot of things. In fact, you can do virtually anything with this one. 3D modeling, you want to make people head to be running up and down. You can do animation, a lot of things. And it's quite heavy because every day people are putting in stuff there. So it is quite good. It combines statistical analysis with graphic. So this is just the window. A lot of things that you can do with it. You can do heat mapping. You can do root mean square error, anything those that want to do adjustment, computation, type 1 error, type 2 error, all those stuff. This is the software for you. Then we look at component of GIS. There are other software, as I said, that we cannot mention them all. And somebody will give us some mini talk on some other free source software. Okay, now we talk about component of GIS. Of course, for most of us, we already know them. The first one is software environment, like what we have talked on now. There are the software, we have the hardware, which is the computer. Then we have data, which is one of the most important things because GIS is about representation of data. Then we have methods. Methods is techniques we use to solve our problem. Then we have you and me, the people. That is people the GIS cannot run. Just wait. Let me add some people. Admit some people. Okay. Then the next. Just hold on. Yeah. Some are still coming in, so let's take everyone along. Okay. So these are the components of GIS. It's just to refresh our memory, because I know most of you know these things already. Then, what can you do with GIS? If someone can unmute himself, who can tell me what he has used GIS for? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can someone tell me what he has used GIS for before I just round up them with talk, because it is a big question that is not easy for me to like answer.
Okay, sir. I just have an idea.
Not idea. What have you used GIS for? That is what
I've used GIS for data analysis.
What analysis? What analysis?
Of data?
Specific. You can tell us. I was going this. Is this for root analysis, terrain, what, crime, and some other stuff?